So to begin with, I would like to understand from you, what do you really think about a senior care ecosystem? What is its importance or relevance for you?
Okay, so you're talking about the senior care ecosystem and its importance to us, perhaps in an organization, the employees. So, Rima, my take on this is actually pretty simple. In my own life, when I took my life decisions, my parents took a priority, and I even decided that I'm not going to leave the country ever and be around for them. I live with my mother-in-law, who is now 92 years old. So each time when I look at this from the lens of an employee or the lens of somebody who's working in an organization, I clearly see that there comes a stage in our life when the kind of issues that our parents go through, they end up taking a lot of our mind space. And it happens at a time in our professional journey when we are also maybe at a senior level in an organization. So there is a clear conflict of priority. And how to really manage that is something which is essential. And I think from that perspective, I see ElderCare as a wonderful solution. Okay, so if I have to talk about the conflict of priorities and how does it really impact the organization and the individual, what I would clearly say is that, at the end of the day, we owe a lot to our parents. When something like this happens, where I have to take care of them, and at the same time, the organization demands are only growing on me because I'm a senior leader, I end up getting quite stressed about it. So either the choices that I will make will displease one or the other. And this therefore becomes quite a big issue in the mind of the employee. From the perspective of an organization, they clearly see an employee who's not able to bring himself or herself fully to work. And this clearly means productivity issues or engagement issues for the organization. So I think this is the way it impacts both.
Given this context, there was a time when childcare was at a very, very nascent stage, childcare support from organizations. And then it became a mandate. And the government said that no, childcare support, creches in organizations is a must. And every organization started working towards it. Now, as far as elder care is concerned, in your opinion, do you feel that it is a good to do initiative? Or do you feel that it is getting to a stage where it is a must-do policy intervention?
No, thanks. I think that's a great question that whilst childcare, which originally came up and got mandated as a kind of a service with creches, etc., coming up in organizations, where should this whole elder care service go? Personally, I feel that this is something we can't really do without. They often say that elders are like children at a certain stage in their lives. And quite honestly, we as the caregivers of those elders, therefore have a responsibility to look at them and work with them almost as if they were children. So although their needs would be a little different from what the needs of a child would be, but there are a lot of similarities. And I think to that extent, I feel that it's no longer a question of a choice as to whether we should have it or not have it. I believe it's absolutely critical and essential to provide a comprehensive service which is able to put the minds of employees at rest first and foremost. Whether they make use of the services or not is a different thing, because this is more an insurance, right? Hopefully they will not need those services and everything is well. But that is no reason to not invest in something like this.
What do you feel that really elders go through or they face when their children are not there with them because the work has taken them away? So, like I know that you are supporting your parents, and similarly you are a parent yourself, and your daughter is now moving ahead on her life journey. So, no, a little bit from your personal thoughts on what are those emotions, what are those feelings that elders go through?
No, interesting point. What are the feelings and emotions that elders go through when the children go away, right? At work or for whatever priorities. So, I mean, this is a feeling that I have seen and felt up close. First of all, as an individual, many of my friends who have been away, not even living in this country, I have ended up interacting with their parents. I actually make it a point to go and spend time at least once in a couple of months with such parents. And when I speak to them, I realize emotionally, how deeply deprived they feel at the end of it all. I mean, obviously, they will not make a song and dance about it and say, listen, they should be here with me, etc., right? Because they also have the interest of their child at heart. But you can clearly see they are lonely. It's not as if a battery of servants around them is going to really solve the problem for them. So fortunately, with this advent of technology, they can still stay in touch once a day. But there's nothing like being available or somebody who cares for you, somebody who can have a conversation with you, somebody who can probably sit down with you and just hold your hand. So I think, yes, they certainly miss this contact, if I might say. And emotionally, it makes them feel quite lonely and very deprived.
Thank you, Vineet. This is really great. It was great to know your insights of what you feel about elder care, parent care in our current format. Our attempt is also to enable our parents to have a improved quality of life, make them lead a more independent and comfortable life, and appreciate the time that you have given us today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.